Welcome to Jabali 2023. And if you're wondering what Jabali is about, we have just the person to explain to you. Pastor Majid, tell us, what is Jabali about?
Well, Jabali was birthed from our desire to have strong families. And so we are thinking our 5th or 6th year. So we said that to ensure that we have strong families, and we are talking about strong families in Nairobi Baptist Church, we said we'll be having an annual convention, an annual conference. When we started, we used to call it a family conference. Until about 2-3 years ago, we branded it to be called Jabali Family Convention.
I was asking because this thing began when I was away, so yes. I didn't know how it started. I didn't know its origins and the thinking.
Yes.
So what's special about this year's Jabali?
Well, we have a great speaker. We have a great speaker, one of the fathers in the city, Reverend Dr. Dennis Tongoi, together with his good wife, Mrs. Dennis Tongoi. But Reverend Mulandi, let me ask you, what does family mean to you?
Well, several things.
Yes.
I think Pastor Majid have really benefited from family in its widest context.
Yes.
Because I am a last born of a family of 6.
Yes.
So I had a very involved father until I was 12 when he passed away. And a mother who is very loving, and she's very much alive.
Yes.
And then 5 other siblings who treated me as a small brother to date.
Yes.
And so that was a context of love.
Yes.
But I've experienced a lot of love.
Yes.
From new family.
Yes.
I'm married to Nevina, as you know. In fact, this Jabali season will be celebrating our 27th anniversary. Yeah. Okay. And we are blessed with 2 children.
Yes.
So that's those are the places where God has placed me.
Yes.
Where I am a son, a father, a husband, a brother.
Yes.
And enjoyed all those relationships. What about you?
Maybe just to add 2 or so on top of what you have said. There is a church family context, and for me that has been a blessing. Where I come from a background that I did not have a stable family, but the church family just came, and so I have adopted parents. So that is very key. But also the other aspect of family that I know of is single parenting. Where either a father or a mother with a child, that is still a family. But also there's the context of senior bachelors as well. They still belong to a family. So we still want to celebrate that, and we still want to speak into that, because family really encompasses all that. And of course, there are aunties, there are uncles that come along to support when we talk about family.
Fantastic. You know, Pastor Majid, you mentioned something very important. Because when I came to NBC, when I gave my life to Christ, because of the age difference with my family members, they're 13 years older than me.
Yes.
And then also, I suddenly became the only Protestant at home.
Yes.
So, when I was not going, to the Catholic Church, and when I was in Nairobi, we live up country.
Yes.
I was fairly alone.
Yes.
In Nairobi, and the church family took care of me.
Yeah.
I also know that there are, when you say family conference, sometimes many people think, husband, wife, children.
Yes.
But from what you said, the definition of family in Nairobi Baptist is very wide.
Yes.
So spinsters, bachelors, whether they're young or old, and all permutations, widows, widowers.
Yeah. I normally just say, whether I'm alone, I must be a child of someone. I must be an uncle of someone, I may be a brother of someone, and that encompasses family. And so that is why we want you to consider coming. That's why we want you to consider inviting someone, because this year's family convention is going to be great. And we just want to trust God that the Lord will minister to us. Because one of the things I've known, Pastor Mulandi, is that strong families will give birth to strong communities, and you can extend it from strong communities, then you go to a strong country, etc., etc. And that is why it's actually also said to be the first institution that God really created.
I hope we'll see all of you.
Yes.
Because the Bible says, I was happy when they said to me,
yes,
let us go to the house of the Lord.
Yes.
And so I hope on 25th,
yes,
that's a Saturday,
yes,
the 25th of November, let's all meet
yes,
at Nairobi Baptist Church for
yes,
the Jabali
yes,
convention,
yes,
2023.
2023, and it's a commitment that we are making, just like Joshua said, as for me and my house, we shall serve the Lord.